Yeah, he's. I mean, Timothy Oliphant's a great actor. I love him.
He really is.
I love him. I mean, I really start getting hooked on Deadwood. And sorry about that. And
Deadwood was fucking awesome, dude.
Fantastic show, right?
Love that show.
I mean,
love that show.
Deadwood was awesome. I mean, what other shit was he in? He was in. We watched the Santa Clarita Diet. What's up, Kevin? Kevin Corbally. What's up, bro?
Hey, Kevin.
You know.
Hey, Duncan. Duncan's on. Kevin Shahan.
Oh, Kevin Shahan.
We got him.
So yeah, like he's just one of those guys he's great. He was in Mandalorian too. And just fantastic actor. Just love him.
Yeah.
I just love him.
There's some actors that you'll watch anything that they do. I mean, that's why they're the golden ticket for a Hollywood scene.
What's up, Dwayne?
There's going to be those people who are just going to watch that.
Oh man,
Dwayne.
The show that we watched with him in it that I got Duncan hooked on with Timothy Oliphant and Jennifer were like, we watched the show, and when it ended, we were so sad it was Justified. That show is awesome. Have you ever seen it?
No.
If you like Timothy Oliphant, and I can't think of the other guy's name. He was just he was actually in The Shield, and he was in a couple Quentin Tarantino movies. Kind of tall, thin Southern guy with really big, like white teeth. I can't think of the actor's name, but he was in it too, and a whole bunch of people. Fantastic show, man! Just really, I didn't want it to end.
That's awesome.
Good. Remember to share, everybody, if you want to play. Share.
If you believe in magic.
Kevin, I did get my hair cut. My hat is
sexy, baby.
Thank you. What's up, Bones? So yeah, well.
Hey, I got my hair cut too.
That you know what? I think they took too much off the top.
I know. Way too much. Take it off. Oh, honey, I will take it off. Billy.
Billy. The original was fuck. The original was great though. Midnight Express.
Yes.
Then take Cable Guy.
Cable Guy is my favorite part though. Billy. That was so good.
Kevin, what the hell do you mean? Hold on for a second.
Okay.
Shahan's making fun of my haircut. Yes, I'm smoking a Detour.
Oh, nice. Love that.
Kevin Corbalese, I am very interested in your feedback on the on it. Kevin, you know what? Yeah, of course I got a big ass forehead. That's because my father, my brother, my uncles, everybody in my family's bald. And everybody was bald by like 50. I am 50 and I still have my hair. It's retreating, but it's retreating slowly. Very slowly.
Okay, so I don't see. Where do I see the comments? Oh God, I'm an idiot here.
I swear to God,
No, I'm just too stupid.
Oh, Kevin smoking a San Latano tonight. Good cigar.
Okay, now I can see the comments. There we go.
You know, but Shahan, I mean, considering my dad's bald, my brother was bald, my uncles.
You have a pretty damn good head of hair,
I'm
baby.
actually holding on, pretty good. I mean, I've shaved my head, so I don't care. I'm not one of those guys who are holding on desperately to my hair and I've shaved my head and I'm cool with being bald. If anything, it's like I'd much rather be bald. But
you have a great head of hair, dude. You just keep that hair.
But no, so I keep it to rub it into people who don't have it. No offense.
That's good. I don't. So you can rub it all you want.
Baby. I used to do it to my brother when he was around. I used to just
I'm sure you did.
Always take pictures. Be like, hey man, I got my hair cut. Are you jealous?
Kevin is smoking one of your detours now too.
Yeah. He picked up a few, and I'm really interested.
I smoked one of your detours the other day. They were amazing, by the way. I love them. Love them.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to pop our intro on, and then we're going to be right back. I got my man Lars, the world champion of art, Caravihante here. We are on the Stogie Road Diaries, and we are going to see you in 3, 2, 1.
I love it.
Brothers and sisters.
I love it.
And welcome to the Viajantes, the Stogie Road Diaries, not the Viajante Stogie Road Show. I am here with my main man, Lars.
I love you, brother.
Champion of art. And it's me, Care. Welcome, everybody. I want to thank everybody who's been hopping on, been commenting, and another fantastic Thursday night, my man. You know, we're going to be celebrating 4th of July weekend, holiday, Independence Day. I got a couple days off. Tomorrow, Daryl and I are going to be going on a cigar lounge, a little bit of a road trip.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah, we're going to start off with Duncan's fishing for an invite. Anyone doing a cookout? Anyone doing a cookout? What's going on,
John? That's great.
We're going to start off at Boda Pipes down here in Greenville. I'm going to try and make it. We're going to make up to see my man Kartik at Boiling Springs Wine and Cigars in Boiling Springs. And then we're going to take it from there. You know, there's a Sir Tom's up there. You know, just kind of maybe hit Cameroon and Greer. So Daryl and I are just going to take the day, hang out, enjoy good conversation, good company, and have some outstanding cigars, and just spend the Friday doing that.
That's awesome.
And I'm going to be really also, I mean, that was the intent, but now that the cigars are, the Stogie Road cigars are packed and are getting ready to be shipped, we're going to have product in about a week or so. The moment we've been waiting for.
That is amazing news. And I've been looking at the cigars now every day. You're posting the pictures. It just looks awesome. I love this. I'm so excited for these new cigars.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. And you know what? So am I. And it's been, what's up, Ken? Oh, we'll come see you, Ken. Don't worry. Ken Howe at FH2 Cigars in Simpsonville and in Travelers Rest. You know, it'll be when we come out with the cigars, it'll be probably about a good 7 months since we had a cigar available or cigars available. You know, we parted ways with our old factory at the beginning of December. We had some product remaining, and thank you, Gary. Good to see you, bro.
Hey, Gary, how are you, brother?
And you know,
Kerr, I cannot hear you.
I know. I moved my
okay.
microphone, and for some reason, when I move it, sometimes it does that. So,
Okay.
you know, moved to a new factory and made the decision that when we come out with our next, we partner with the next factory, it's going to be, you know, nothing's ever written. You know, is nothing. Nothing is 100%. But really wanted to make sure we took our time with building that rapport with the factory, and you know, we've been able to do that with our current factory, and take our time, not rush it. You know, how long have you been doing this, Lars?
42 years.
42 years. And you know what? I love having conversations with you about your experience, your products, you know, what you've done. And the one thing, you know, from a guy who's been doing it for over 40 years, you know, you're going to know what the hell you're talking about. And what do you say? Hey, you know, can't rush it, right?
No, you can't rush it.
Can't rush it. You can't rush the aging. You can't rush the rolling. You can't rush the cigars as they sit in the aging room. That can't be rushed. None of it can be rushed.
No, you can't do that. You have to go ahead and take your time, do it
What's
right.
up, Big D?
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Dale.
My road dog tomorrow.
That's gonna be awesome.
So yeah, I mean, with Tabacalera Nuevo Nica and Chris Weber, I mean, you know, I talk to Chris, you know, almost every day. We got a fantastic rapport, but you know what? He keeps me in the loop. He doesn't bullshit me. He doesn't, you know, he keeps everything real. That's great, Kev. You know, we communicate on a regular basis, and what's great about it is that, you know, if there's a hiccup, if there's an issue, he lets me know. We haven't had very many. So, you know, when we have had some hiccups, he's on top of it. He's honest about it. He's open with it, and then he has the communication is very clear, and I think that's what you need. Oh, there's a lot of things, but I think when you partner with someone, that's really important.
Absolutely.
Clear expectations, clear communications. Lars isn't even.
How's Andres there?
Oh, I was wondering what you're doing.
Hi.
How you doing?
She got sushi.
Yes. Why did I always have sushi on Thursday? Anyways,
Sorry,
hi.
Sushi Thursday.
That's right.
All that. You know, but like I was saying is, you know, is that type of communication is important. You know, the clarity, the clear communication, clear expectations, and you know, we have that. So, you know, he was very open with me because we expected to have the cigars a month ago, and he's like, "Hey, wood box making, you know, we're running into a little bit of problems here." So you know, it reset the expectations, and we were able to move forward with it. So I don't know what makes a good partnership in your eyes, Lars.
You know,
besides a good head of hair.
Yeah, good head of hair. I think that partners need to really have good communication and really be in tune to what each other's weaknesses are, because they can cover that weakness and make the team stronger. And so if you see the place where that person has, you know, where they're and that's with every team. You know, it's not just the partners. I mean, I don't really believe in micromanaging. So I like to build a really strong team and then have the people in the team be able to handle their part of the job.
Right.
And that's one of the most important things. Communicating, get everybody's jobs lined up where this is what your responsibilities are, this is my responsibility, that kind of stuff. And then you move forward and work together in that way. I think that's really important.
Yeah, Daryl says character. Obviously, that's important when it comes to a good partner. And and when I say the word partner, it's not necessarily saying, "Hey, let's get together and let's join our funds and we'll start." I mean, a partner is. I mean, listen, you and I partnered together with the sauces and the seasoning. A partnership is just when you have two people who are working together and working towards a common goal. Trust, yes, Kevin Shahan, trust. Yes, the first time trust is broken, it is impossible. It's not almost impossible. It's impossible to get it back. Honesty, yes, that is pretty cool. And Frank said, "Star Lars, this is a good stick." There's a question there, I thought somewhere.
Thank you, Frank.
Understanding is definitely the key. You are right, Gary. Marriage. Gary says marriage. I don't know if he's basically saying that, we should get married because we're making.
Well, nice hey, listen, you have a good head of hair. I think if we got married, we'd have good kids.
I appreciate that. You're carrying the baby, though.
It looks like I'm already carrying the baby.
That's all right, bro.
Looks like I got twins.
That's it, John. Thank you, John. I knew there was a question there. So, John, I'm sorry. The cigars are not available yet. They are on their way from Nicaragua. And I'm the expectation is to be able to get there. The expectation is for the cigars to get here late next week, in about a week from now, maybe a little bit longer. But you can be rest assured that when they arrive, I'll be announcing it, and they'll be available for you to buy. The nice thing about this is, in my opinion, no, they're boxed up, getting ready to be shipped. I think tomorrow, Daryl. In my opinion, I think we were able to take the vision of the blends that were created, and the vision and really, I mean, what the Stogie Road is really about, and be able to capture that in four unique blends, all with their own story to them, and make them even better than they were before, and keep the price the same. Because in my travels, I never wanted to, one of the things is I always want to continue. I mean, when you're a businessman, this is my opinion, largely, I'd love for you to weigh in on this, but as a businessman, especially in this particular situation, I personally think that you should never lose sight or touch with the looking through the eyes of the consumer.
Yeah, I think that's really an essential element to owning your own company. And when you're selling into retail venues, you really definitely want to know your demographics and make it as easy for the venues to sell your products as possible.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're not going to look to the eyes of the consumer when you're pricing, because you'll never make a profit, because But I do think that that does come into play, especially with cigars, because when I travel, all the different lounges, like, everyone likes to get a good cigar. Everyone likes to get a cigar and say, "Man, I paid X amount for this cigar. It freaking was worth every dollar." Or, "Man, I bought this cigar and I paid X amount of dollars for it, and I think I ripped somebody off because this cigar smoked like it was like a $15 cigar, not a $9 cigar." Nobody wants to smoke a cigar and be like, "Man, I just spent $20 on this thing, and I don't know, bro. I feel like I got ripped off."
You know, it's really funny. I agree with that 100%. It's really funny. I have a stick that's $180 a stick. It's called SCP. And one of my buddies had bought a box of them, actually a few boxes of them. And he gave me one of them to smoke with him while we were hanging out at the cigar lounge. And, oh, it was so good. It was so good. It was over 20 years old, and it was just amazing. It was
now when he bought that, he's obviously smokes that and says, in his mind, his opinion, worth every dollar.
Absolutely.
Right. And I think that's really what it boils down to, you know. So
hey, look on my wall on one of my things. I think it was on the Cigars and Guitars, the forum, the group that I have, Cigars and Guitars. This dude posted a picture with his guitar, and on his guitar were 3 of my cigars that were all like over $100 a piece.
Wow.
The Sevens, the Body Shops, and whatever, and they're all over 20 years old. Once he had on there.
Wow.
So I mean, that's pretty cool. I think that's, you know, that's a pretty cool.
No,
cool
that's
thing.
great. I mean, you know what? And I still, when someone posts a picture and they have my cigar, it always makes me feel giddy and just like so freaking proud and so happy. And more important, like for me, it makes me feel great because I feel like I've been able to connect with somebody at a different level. You know, it makes me feel like, you know, not only if it's a friend, they post it, you know, we're friends, but I was also able to connect with them on a different level. It's someone who maybe it's an acquaintance or maybe someone I don't quite know so well, to know that they smoke it, they took the time to take a picture and post it and write about it. It makes me really feel like I've been able to connect with someone and that they were able to share in that moment and actually share and what the Stogie Road's all about. So
Yeah.
Kevin Corbelese, we are actually going to have boxes of 20 this time around. So you making sure you're sneaking up and making so we can all see her eating sushi.
Yeah.
Oh, you have your headphones in so she can't hear.
No.
It's good thing she's not wearing a skirt.
I know, right? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I'd buy that for $1.
Happy birthday.
remember that from,
oh yeah.
What was that? RoboCop.
Not only that, but
for $1.
I say that every single day throughout my day about 10 times. I buy that for $1. And then my people who hang out with me will say, you go, how many dollars would you have, Lars?
How many dollars would you have, Lars?
38 cents. It's usually always like 19 cents,
That's
54
great.
cents. So that's my regular.
Cricket? So we got some people we got some people asking questions. So it's pretty cool. So Kevin Corbelese, 20 count boxes. We moved from the 10 count box to the 20 count boxes. They're going to be shelf friendly. And like I said, you're still going to get the edition. You're still going to be able to buy the edition 35 for under $10. You're still going to you're going to be able to get the Gringo for it's still between $11 and $12. The Sandella is about $10, and the Big Tony is a solid $12. And let me tell you something, that Maduro San Andreas barber pole, it's worth every effing dollar. Trust me, that thing is what they did at that factory. What Chris and the folks down at the factory did. I mean, incredible. And honestly, those who are fans of the Gringo, I will promise you that the new Gringo, you smoked the old Gringo.
Yes,
I said it, and I've always liked the old Gringo. I mean, it you know, when done properly, it's a great cigar. It's very creamy. It has grassiness, but it's not too grassy. It has some peppery to it. This new Gringo, forget about it. It's
amazing, right?
Forget about it. Yeah.
I can't wait to smoke the new Gringo. I can't wait to smoke all the new cigars.
And the Big Tone is going to be.
And trust, Alessandra will be hyping up your cigars as soon as you have them. She'll be posting them in her pictures too.
That's awesome.
Right, baby?
Shayhan, I know. But so here's some questions that are popping up here. So enough about the Stogie Road cigars right now. Enough about the pricing. Trust me, you're going to see more pictures. You're going to get more updates and more excitement. And I got to tell you something. What they did at the box factory is effing phenomenal. What they did. And you seen the pictures of the boxes? They are off the hook. Blue. I mean, I love my old
they're
boxes.
beautiful.
I love my old box. What they did with these blue. I mean, just blows it away. Blue. So Daryl Iverson wants to know or suggest that when is Lars going to make some vape juice? He would like you to make some vape juice.
I did get into the vape market probably about 6 or 7 years ago, but then I thought that the actual vape juice wasn't very. I mean, you can look through my Facebook and you can see when I had even vape parties and stuff where I was selling, and we sold tons of it. But I decided I didn't want to. I wanted to stay out of that marketplace because I didn't think it was going to be healthy for you, and I thought there were going to be some long-term side effects that we just didn't know about, and we didn't know what was going to happen. So I just wanted to get out of that market.
Anything for the future or no?
No, probably not. Maybe I'll be doing some, not here in Pennsylvania, but like in California, some THC vape stuff, some CBD vape stuff around the United States. But I probably will do some THC stuff that if I can do it to make sure that it stays healthy, isn't going to cause any kind of major side effects. And I'll sell that into the states that are recreational.
Right. What's up, Tommy? Good to see you. So Tommy asked, please explain, besides the tobacco and the 20 years of time, what constitutes a cigar being $180?
Yeah, that's a very good question. There's a lot of elements that go into that. A lot of it is the vintage tobacco you buy, the aging process, and then also it's the conditioning process that we do with the tobacco that just is very labor intensive and expensive for the materials.
You know what's interesting is kind of to double up on that with Tommy's question, and thanks for the question, Tommy.
Thank you.
Steve Saka just released some more of his unicorns, right? And they're $100, and he flat out said, "I made this cigar." Kevin Shahan could probably say this more eloquently than I can because he's a Steve Saka guru, But he said, "Hey, this isn't priced like this isn't like I'm going to make a ton of money on this cigar at $100. He wanted to put together a cigar that was a Puro that really not only had taken the time to select the tobaccos and get the best of the best of the best and the time to actually taking the time to have the construction and everything done perfectly and then aging it." And he said that's what and again, I'm paraphrasing here, the price of the cigar was really reflective of not only the products and the quality of the tobacco, but also the time, the effort, and the blending that had taken place to make this the most perfect and best cigar he could make.
So let me just go ahead and add it.
I thought that was pretty impressive, because it's honest, right?
Yes. Let me add into this on the SCP. So the SCP isn't just like a super expensive cigar and labor intensive and aged and all that, but the SCP just doesn't taste like anything else in the marketplace. It is so completely unique and different. And if you smoke it, you are smoking something that's you won't be able to buy anywhere else. There's nothing like it. So, for the people who like that adventure and like smoking something that's completely different than anything else, and that's like a radical different kind of profile,
right?
That's what you're going to spend the money on. And there's certain people who really demand that, and those are the people I make that cigar for. And
Kevin said, like when we were talking about the unicorn, it cost Steve Saka $37.50 to make that cigar. So after the markup with the wholesale and with the retailer, it's $100 cigar. But that in itself should speak volumes to that. So I mirrored the Saka Unicorn to the question that Tommy asked about your cigar because, I think both of those lines are, although albeit different, are still parallel and the same things that are discussed and brought up, or what the point Saka makes, I think are very reflective and indicative of the effort and the time and the tobacco and the quality that you put into the cigar as well. And at the end of the day, if someone wants to pay that money for the cigar, guess what? Have at it. Like you said, if people are demanding that in a cigar and they'll pay the money for it,
Okay, Cigar Kevin.
Well, thanks, buddy. I actually talked to him right after you talked to him the other night.
Thank you, Des.
Des is the man.
Well,
Large, what's up, brother?
Baby, Des smoked one of the cigars that I did like on the second day I rolled cigars.
So Brian McKenna has an online store and said he'd love to offer your products on his website if you do that. So
yeah, sure. Tell him to contact me on my messenger, and I'll send you a number.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think that that's the reason why there's $100, $180, $300 cigars made. And that's the reason why there's $1.80 cigars that are made, right? There's a cigar for everyone's wheelhouse.
And look, I told you before, I enjoy all sorts of cigars. When I was in Venezuela, which I was there for a long time with my factory and stuff, there was a machine rolled cigar there that was like a little Perfecto machine rolled stick. It possibly could be one of my top 6 or 7 favorite cigars ever. And it was machine rolled. And I think that it cost less than like 20 cents, maybe 20 cents, maybe 22, 23 cents, something like that.
No kid.
Yeah, it was so good. It was just so good. I loved that cigar.
I read somewhere that the Senior Fuente, his favorite cigar was the Bauza that was made out of one of their factories. That was kind of a not one of the higher end cigars. And I walked in a cigar shop down in Greenwood and I found a box that was like 15 years old.
Oh my God. Well, listen, I didn't even make that cigar. This was another cigar factory that was making this cigar that was just like amazing stick. And it was a machine rolled and it was like, short filler, but it was phenomenal. It was a phenomenal cigar. And I could smoke that every day. And I did for the longest time.
So Daryl, what am I gifting you now for a review? Apparently, Daryl and I are going to have a long drive to our first cigar shop. So we're going to be talking a little bit about this gifting. I don't know if he's talking about the $180 cigar from you.
Oh, I got to send one to Daryl. Yeah.
Don't laugh, Gary. Listen, Daryl. I'll tell you what, Daryl will get. I'll tell you what, Daryl is an honest reviewer, and it's one of those things where it's a Lit Premium Cigar Experience is his page. So everybody go to Lit Premium Cigar Experience, and he evaluates when he does a review. It's the whole cigar experience, right? And one of the best objective reviewers I've ever met. Great power, a great palate, but really so objective. And he'll tell you, hey, this cigar rated 5 out of 5 or 4.8 out of 5. It did, yeah, but I'd never smoke it again. Why? It's not my wheelhouse. I don't like it. But my objective evaluation, it hit all high marks. It's amazing. And I can't be that objective. I'm very objective, but I can't be that objective. I can't.
I liked
Daryl, I'll get you that cigar, Daryl. I'm going to go ahead and call Lars. Have him send it to me. I'll make sure you get it. I promise you, you'll get that cigar, my friend. That was just
That was awesome.
Morgan Freeman talking to Daryl real quick.
Yeah, that was great. Hey, Morgan. I love Morgan Freeman. Hey, Morgan, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing, Lars?
Good.
Lars Tens, a man who's been doing cigars for over 40 years.
Oh my God, that's so
How
good.
did he do it? I don't know. But I know one thing. Longevity, longevity, longevity.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if he can just capture that same longevity in the sack.
True story. True story.
Oh my God. Yeah. So anyways, as we go off the rails just a little bit. Always happens when Morgan Freeman arrives.
I love Morgan Freeman.
Oh my God. He is literally the best. And his voice
Oh my God.
It's classic.
Yeah, I will watch anything Morgan does.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Shawshank is one of those, you know. I miss my friend Andy. Here comes a man we thought was going to break the first night. Oh my God. But so what plans do you have this weekend, my friend?
Well, let's see. Tomorrow I'm going to a dinner with my oh, okay.
I'm laughing at Daryl. He said, poor Jennifer. Freaking.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. I love him. It's going to be a long ride tomorrow, Daryl.
Daryl, I think he was talking about me, not himself.
Daryl, you and I are going to be in the car for a long time.
So, yeah, I think that tomorrow night, going out for a dinner with a group of friends of ours, it'll be a very nice little thing. And it's a friends of ours that have another cigar company.
Okay.
They're having like a little dinner, and we're going to do that. And then on Saturday, me and Alessandra are going to her family reunion. And then we're going to another, like, 4th of July, but it's going to be 3rd of July event or party or whatever. And then on Sunday, I'm not really sure. Actually, I think we should call our dentist and see if we should get together over there on Sunday. A little swimming and stuff. Actually, text Jennifer now.
For what day?
For Sunday. 4th of July, see what they're doing. Yeah. I don't want to travel too much, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
this weekend's going to be a lot of traveling.
It could be a lot, yeah. My sister and her family going up to visit my dad.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Jennifer's working. I'm going lounge hopping with Jennifer's working. I'm going lounge hopping with Daryl. Oh boy, that's gonna be great.
That's gonna be awesome.
Oh my God, yeah. We've been talking about doing this for a while.
Thank you, Daryl. Shoulder is doing good. Let's see. That's the arm right there.
There you go.
Oh yeah. I wasn't able to even lift it this high before the operation, so it's doing pretty good, man.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, I'm working out with it every day. It's doing great.
Well, I'm glad that you are recovering well, and thank you, Daryl, for asking, because obviously I was oblivious and was not being a good friend.
We talk all the time, though.
Yeah,
so it's good.
But well, I figured if it was doing poorly or if it sucked, you'd tell me.
Oh yeah. Listen, I'm Jewish. You know I'll be complaining.
That's funny. So yeah, we've been talking about bar hopping. We've been talking about cigar lounge hopping for
And
a
like a
while.
good Jew,
You're wearing your Christmas shirt. Need to chat with you about Maduro vape juice just for me, Lars. Look at Daryl. Daryl's looking for some Maduro.
Daryl.
Put on your yarmulke, celebrate the Hanukkah. Hanukkah is a festival of light. Daryl and I have been talking about doing this for a while, so we're looking. And you know what? I think we may do it again on Monday.
Wow,
we talked about doing it again on Monday. Yeah, we're gonna get our buddy Quincy involved in it too. So,
nice.
So I'm very much yes, Jewish Christmas in June.
That's right. It's always Christmas for me.
Oy vey.
Listen, dude, it's funny as hell because like I remember this was like a couple of years back. A lot of times I will go ahead and bring people in who are like have had some troubles and gone to prison and have a little record, and they want to get into legit biz, and I'll train them in management stuff.
Right.
And a couple of years ago, I had this kid who he was like one of the high-ranking members of the Latin Kings, and he left all that. He spent a little stint for a few years in prison, and then he left that world behind, and it was hilarious. We were taking a drive from here to Lancaster, and the whole way there and the whole way back, we were just singing Christmas carols, and it was in the middle of June or July or whatever. It was the middle of summer. It was really funny. Here's this guy, tough dude, whatever. He loves Christmas carols. I love Christmas carols. We're just in the car. Dude, he was just singing Christmas carols for like an hour straight.
That's awesome.
And singing Christmas carols an hour back. It was just awesome time.
Yeah, you're right, Daryl. You know what? There's a lot of folks who do things, and they don't announce it. They do things. They don't pontificate about it. They do things, and when I say do things, I don't want to underscore. I don't want to devalue the activities or the events or the contributions, but there's individuals that are contributing to society. They're working with people. They're doing wonderful, wonderful events and trying to change lives. And they don't talk about it. They don't pontificate about it. They don't have to talk about the humblest humilities about it. They just do it. And then, it pops up in conversation. And you and I have had a lot of conversations behind closed doors, Lars. And, I've always appreciate and respect the fact that you do your thing, and you kind of don't really talk about it on the show or ever when you're live, but you really do reach out. You do try and help out individuals who maybe have some challenging past or had some issues or some demons they're trying to fight, or however you want to say it. It's trying to help people reconstruct themselves in their lives. So,
hey, if we don't do it,
beautiful.
As an owner of a company, if you don't do that, I think it's kind of it's a selfish part in humanity. When you're dealing with humanity in general, it's a little bit selfish.
Yeah,
I think that helping out people like that is essential as an owner of a company.
But you know what? It's beyond the owner of a company, in my opinion. I'll disagree with you on that. It's beyond the owner of a company, because being an owner of a company is fucking dollars and cents. It's fucking debit and credit. It's freaking column A and column B. To take yourself and your resources and try and attempt and actually work with people is beyond a business owner. That's what's inside of you, right? Whether you're a business owner or whether you're a freaking the fry guy at the freaking Krusty Krab, right? So I think, to your point, as a business owner, and a successful business owner, you have resources that are available to you that you feel you should be able to utilize to help your fellow person.
Yeah,
probably more so than the average bear, right? So, and that's why I said it's you have that heart regardless of what position you're in. But when you're in a position when you have a business, you're a business owner and you're a successful business owner, the ability to help more people is greater than if somebody just, like I said, was who didn't have those resources at their fingertips, and maybe they help one or two people. It's not downplaying what they're doing. I think that good heart is what really matters, and them helping out even one person is just incredible. But to have the resource to help more people, I always tip my hat to folks like that. That's why I tip my hat to you, because I think that you have a fantastic heart, and I think you really do try and help people who are trying to make a difference in their life, and maybe they don't know how to do it. Maybe they need a nudge in the right direction.
I got you. But I mean, I don't know. It's just always been my thing since I was younger. What are you going to do once you end up like going to prison and you get out and you want to get your pet life clean and you can't get jobs because you got felonies?
Right.
I mean, that's a rough spot to be in.
Right. And you're dealing with motherfuckers that are just who want to fucking label you, right?
And they take advantage of you. They take
advantage of you. They label you, and they pigeonhole you. And yeah, I can imagine it's really tough to get out of that position. And when I've seen I've done some reading, but I've also pop-up books. But I did watch some shows where, a lot of folks that try really, really hard to better their situation, but really the only option they're left is going back to the old life that they had because no one wants to give them a break. No one wants to give them help. No one wants to elevate them.
True.
That's pretty crazy when you think about it, right?
Yeah, that's really true.
So cheers to you, Lars, and thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
No, thank you, man. I think it's a wonderful thing. That old analogy, you just got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Yeah, I get that, but sometimes you got to help people realize where are the bootstraps located. How do you pull yourself up by your own bootstraps? And are you really grabbing bootstraps or maybe something else?
Yeah.
But I mean, the reality of it is there's a lot of folks out there who want to do well and they want to do better and they want to succeed or they want to change. They just need someone to kind of guide them down that path. What's going on, Aunt Mary?
Hey, Cricket. Love you.
My Aunt Mary. Good to see you. Love you, Aunt Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Cricket, what's up?
I love her. She's awesome, by the way.
Who Aunt Mary? I know she is.
That's your aunt. I love her too, but I love Cricket. She's a great lady, man. She's a great lady.
Excuse me. So what else is going on in the world of Lars? We just talked about you for like 10 minutes, so I'll shut up now. I want to know more.
I've just been working. Alessandra has been like doing amazing. She's like,
got a gig coming up at Dan's Cigar Lounge in Rosedale, Maryland. Dan's Cigar Lounge.
17th. Dan's Cigar Lounge on the 17th. It's
now,
be
go
awesome.
back and ask the sushi eater. Does she know what time it is?
Do you know what time that gig is? I don't even know if we made a time yet.
Yeah,
I don't think we made a time yet, but it'll probably be starting out at around 3:00 or something like that.
Really? 3 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Wow. How long is she going to be performing for?
We'll be performing for a while. I'll probably do a few songs there
Are you gonna
too.
do some songs too? Oh
Yeah.
shit! You guys gonna go live?
I wasn't thinking about it, but we probably should.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
I did one of my first. It was my second live event from Dan's on the Stogie Road.
Oh, that's awesome.
I did one of the I think it was the second or third the meetings of the Smoking Shields of Maryland.
Nice.
Actually held their meeting at Dan's Cigar Lounge, and I donated a bunch of cigars, and I donated shirts and a whole bunch of things, a bunch of items for them to auction. They were doing, and I really had the opportunity of meeting a lot of wonderful people, and I gotta tell you, one of the nicest guys in the world, Dan. You know, the Smoking
He's
Shields.
amazing.
The Smoking Shields, what they did was they got money together because Dan has that big lounge, and it's a private lounge. And they said, "Here, Dan, here we gathered money up, to pay, for lounge." They weren't making a big deal about it. They just kind of like handed the envelope, and he refused to take it. He's like, "No, that's yours. No, that you guys keep that, for the Smoking Shields." Just a very genuinely generous guy. They weren't trying to make a big deal in presenting him with anything. The guy was just like, "No, I don't want it. Your money's no good to me. You keep it."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Eventually, we're going to have her on the show.
She's eating sushi.
Yeah.
No one wants to be live when they're eating.
Yeah. True story. Except me. How many times have I eaten on the show and lost my teeth on the show?
Yes, you've done some eating on the show. The only man who's not shy of eating. What sushi did she get?
Yeah, what kind of sushi did you get?
Got a California roll.
California roll.
That's not sushi.
Shrimp lo mein.
And she got what?
Shrimp lo mein and hot and sour soup.
Oh, shrimp lo mein and hot and sour soup.
Yeah, but tell her California what?
We know.
California roll is not sushi.
Yeah, that's
basically
true.
rice and a bunch of veggies.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the T-shirt? This is the T-shirt.
Beautiful.
I think I think Dez is trying to get a T-shirt. Look at him. He's like Duncan. Duncan asked who's having a cookout because Duncan's trying to get invited to a cookout this weekend. Oh man, I love Dez. He's such a great guy, man.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, I don't eat those rolls anyways. I eat like sashimi, and I basically do when I'm eating sashimi. I cut it all myself. I'm better than almost any sushi or sashimi chef, so I'll make that stuff myself, and I'll do it for breakfast. I'm good like that.
I love sushi. I love sashimi. I love that is, I mean, fantastic. So after you got done talking to Des and I connected, and we smoked the Detour together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was such. I mean, it was so great.
That is awesome.
Such an honor being able to hang out. There's so many great people, and not being able to smoke with someone live is tough. So you take the next best step, which is video. There's been times during the day where Daryl and I will connect too and just have a cigar and just shoot the shit. But we try and meet every Sunday, but we got to get Des over here to the States and do a Des Fest, Lars.
Yeah, I love that idea, and I think we should definitely do that. And I love Des. He's a good person, man. He's just a beautiful human being.
Yeah.
We should definitely do that. Des has a great look too. That beard and then his trimmed up hair, his haircut and everything with the beard. It's just awesome. It's just a great look.
It's the beard, it's the nice hair, it's the tattoos, it's the cabin. Sometimes it's wearing the Hefner. You know, we got to get a smoking. I think Des would look freaking far out with a really cool ass smoking jacket.
Yeah, absolutely.
Des with a smoking jacket, honestly, would be like some sort of purpley, like, you know, like really deep, dark royal purple. With some sort of paisley action going, with like a patch over the. I'm telling you, Des.
You got this down already. It's awesome.
I do. I know. Be rocking it, man. That would be fantastic. I would sell those. I mean, like this is an official. These are Des the Cigar Cabin smoking jackets. You know, proper in Birmingham. It would be fantastic, man. I think Des would look so sharp in it. And a scarf. No, it's not a scarf. It'd be an ascot.
Yeah, an ascot.
You couldn't see it, though, with his beard. So it would literally, you know, he would need to have, like, the freaking the shirt open up top because the beard be hanging down. I think it'd be rocking.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's so funny. Back in the day, like a long time ago, I was doing a lot of events. Not like cigar events. I was doing events for nightclubs and stuff, and people would hire me to come in and just, you know, be like a guest or whatever, you know, celeb guest or whatever. And they would always say, you know, they wanted me to walk around, like they would pay me to come in and do like a little bit of a rap show and then go ahead and walk around the crowd and take selfies and whatever with people. Not me taking the selfie, but the people taking selfies.
Right.
And so I remember when Playboy, it was Christina Hefner was running it. She had hired me to do some events, and they wanted me to like walk around smoking cigars and whatever. I said, no, I'm not going to do that, but I will do the event. But I have to have one of the penthouse pets following me around, or Playboy playmates, whatever they were. One of the playmates following me around with a big silver tray and a whole just huge stack of Kobe beef hamburgers. Just stacked up, all Kobe beef. And I just went around eating Kobe beef burgers. And when anyone took a picture with me, I just posed with the Kobe beef burger. And I wore bathrobes all the time. I don't know if that's one of the reasons why they would do it. But for whatever reason, for some reason, I was just whacked out for a little while. And I was doing all my events in pajamas, or sometimes just boxer shorts and a t-shirt and my sandals. And that was good, Alexander. Yourmom.com.
Yourmom.com.
And Alexander's been just saying anything I ask is your mom. Your mom. It's been hilarious. But I would go out with this sandals or my bedroom slippers, which I wear slippers all the time anyways, but and boxer shorts, t-shirt, and a bathrobe and a scarf. And I would just go to events like that and parties like that and whatever, just giving no fucks. It was pretty funny.
That's fantastic, man. So yes, Daryl, we got to get Gary down here. I'd love to have Gary down here. Get Lars, get Shahan up here, get the whole crew. We'll just do it.
But I think Des is going to be going down to Florida.
He is, but we were talking last night about how close Greenville is, but
is Greenville close to Florida?
No. It's close as where he's going to be. I mean, it's close flight wise. It's probably like an hour and a half flight. It's nothing. I mean, it's the northern tip of South Carolina, so I could fly into Washington D.C. in an hour and a half, or Philly in 2 hours. You know, from Orlando. It's only a couple hour flight. So, you know, we got to do Des Fest, but then I want to take a trip down to Nicaragua, and I know you keep talking about wanting to do that. So I would love to be able to schedule or get some sort of traveling at the same time or together.
Absolutely. We'll
That'd
go
be
down
great.
together for sure.
Yeah, I don't like to fly, so I need someone with me that will lighten my mood and feed
We'll
me
have to-
scotch.
Yeah, we'll have to meet up and then fly down together.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's Dan Swahili. What's up, bro? My man Dan.
Hey, baby, how are you? Dan, we were just talking about you, and we were just saying that the 17th,
17.
Alessandra and me are going to be down there. Alessandra, you want to say hi to Dan? Dan's on.
Hey, Dan, I'm going to be reaching out to you, my man. You can swim to Nicaragua.
What's happening?
What's up, Dan? And Dan, I can't wait to see you. I'll be reaching out to you, my friend.
I love Dan. He's just awesome.
Oh, you know what?
Me and Alessandra hung out there one night. It was like we hung out till late that night. It was one of the funnest times just hanging out with him and just chilling out. He's just an awesome dude.
I was traveling up to Delaware for a golf outing, and I stopped at Dan's, and he and I hung out and just smoked cigar, just hung out for a couple hours. It was so great. You know what? I love the fact Dan has supported the Stogie Road Cigars. He's brought Stogie Road Cigars into his humidor. He's got a fantastic humidor.
Yeah, everybody should check out Dan's Lounge. It's just
Dan's
amazing.
Lounge in Rosedale, Maryland. And Dan, I'm looking forward to contacting you and you being able to carry the new stuff from Nicaragua, the Stogie Road Cigars. We have a new factory. And we got 4 fantastic blends. I can't wait for you to try them because Dan's got a great palate too.
Absolutely. And Dan, call me because if you're going to be in Philly tomorrow, it's a short trip up to me and I'll make you dinner. I would love to see you. Just call me up for sure.
You can be in Philly. Nice. Damn. Must be there. Yeah, Dan. I can't wait to get back up there to visit him. Always just great lounge, great guy, just and again a fantastic selection in his humidor. I mean, really.
Yeah.
I mean, that was such a fun trip because I was able to go to see Dan. I went up to I actually went up and did a live show at Ned Cigars with Matt.
Oh, that's awesome.
In Newtown. I reached out and I did.
Thank you, baby.
God, I can't think of the guy's name. I feel so horrible. But the guy who, God, fuck, I'm sorry. And he's a super nice guy too. He has a cigar company. He's up in that area. It'll come to me later. But flatbed cigars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, flat and I think it's Paul. I can't remember anymore, but super nice guy. I mean, we did. I actually had the show. I did the show on the sidewalk. On the
well, you would have to because there's no room in that place.
No, there's no freaking room at all.
There is no room
at all. No. And you know, we did the we did the show on the sidewalk, and like Joe Gordon, one of the local, I mean, he freaking went down his truck, he grabbed the extension cord. I mean, it was just really Paul Bush is his name, Paul Bush of Flatbed Cigars. Super nice guy, really a great guy. You know, and I did a show then, and I went down to the golf outing. And sold some cigars at our golf outing and raised money for the event. So, you know, I just had a great time, and my whole trip started with Dan in Rosedale.
Oh, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm. So, um, I hope you and Dan get a chance to connect when he's in Philly. Dan, I'm going to be reaching out to you probably next week, my friend. And what's really crazy is I got a good friend of mine from college I play football with who lives right by Dan's, and that was his hookup for my cigars was going to Dan's place.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So he's such a great guy, man. Um, really, just I don't know. Sometimes it's really leaves me speechless with the number of incredible people that I've had the opportunity to meet, not only within the cigar industry and just in my travels, but also the time that I spent in college and all the great friends I made, um, and and lifelong friends. It's pretty cool, it really is.
That's awesome.
It's I don't know. It's one of those situations where when you stop and you think about it, it's like, man, for how much people knock social media, it's allowed all of us to reconnect with people that you would have you never would have connected with if we didn't have social media.
That's really true. And I see friends of mine from like school when I actually did go to school, which wasn't much.
I see my
Last
friend
year
from
I finished, remember.
I see my friend from Mondays because I went to school on Mondays.
I only finished 9th grade. I went to the beginning of 10th grade, but that's about it. And, last year I finished in 9th. Yeah. So I mean that's definitely something that's very cool. I get to see a bunch of my friends that I really love from middle school, elementary school, high school. I get to see old girlfriends I have and talk with them and see their families and stuff like that now, which they all are really doing well. They're really cool people. I have good relationships with most of my exes.
See their husband and your kids.
I know nothing.
It's like, damn, that kid looks familiar. Yeah, it is pretty it is pretty amazing because there are so many people that I probably would have lost. I did lose touch with. I mean, you figure, I was done in college in 92, right?
Wow.
91, 92. So, and I really didn't get on Facebook. I actually joined Facebook because a friend of mine reached out to me for our 20th high school reunion. And I joined Facebook just so we can keep in contact because I always said the only reunion I'll go to is my 20th high school reunion. I didn't go to 5 or 10 or 15. I'll do 20. So I joined Facebook because it was for that 20th reunion. So I graduated high school. Cool. I graduated high school in 89. So you figure graduated high school in 89, graduated college 91, 92. And then I got on Facebook 20 years after I graduated high school. and there's a big gap there. And I kept in contact with people. But once I got connected in Facebook, it really expanded that connection of individuals. And I was just blown away.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Last night I ate one of my gummies. I have these gummies. They're D8 gummies. It's made from CBD.
Right.
They're delicious. Let's see. I don't know how to do this with the camera thing, whatever.
You're doing good.
All right. There we go. And you can get them on sugarlux.com. SUGALUX.com. Yeah, I did like one serving is like 2 gummies, and usually I'll eat like half of a gummy.
Yeah.
And man, I had just one gummy. Whew. It was enough. Trust me.
Yeah.
Hey, Cricket, you definitely need some of these. These are amazing. They're amazing.
Is it a good pre-flight gummy? Like if you don't like flying, is it good?
You'll be done. You will
Are you
be
sure?
done.
Because it's not like you get paranoid and I'll freak out because I already get freaked out enough.
You don't get paranoid because it's CBD, so it doesn't get you paranoid at all. It just gets you like you're done. You're
Famous
stuck.
last words when I lock myself in the bathroom in the freaking jet.
Well, it was pretty funny because I was doing a podcast last night. I'm So Stupid podcast.
Yeah.
And then like halfway through, I ate a gummy and I was just like, oh, it's after the thing, I was just like, oh, I think it's too much. I like eat about a half of one or a quarter of one, and that's good.
It's Sugarlux Cricket.
Yep, sugarlux.com.
So where's Chris tonight?
That's a good question. I don't know exactly where he is.
He's such a great guy, man.
He is an awesome person.
You know what? Last night, I was exhausted, man. I had a fucking long day, bro.
You were adding to the conversation, though, really good. Just
yeah, I mean, I was laying there in bed, just popping in what I could pop in. But I was just so freaking tired. It was such a long day. That I was like, man, I think if I would have been in front of a camera, I'd have probably fallen asleep. But I like him. He's a really nice guy. He really is. Great
person.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised he's not on, but he'll end up watching it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try like a half of this gummy.
Oh, boy. What's up, Pawpaw? Big Tony. There's the man, the myth, the legend, Big Tony himself, my dad. He'll be seeing my sister tomorrow.
Hey, Big Tony. Love you, brother.
But not me, but my sister. She's better looking than I am, so she's much more pleasant to deal with than I am. Yeah, I mean, I like Chris because you know what? I like, I always appreciate when you invite me to the show, and I love hopping on because that conversation, man, the conversations go everywhere and anywhere.
Yeah, we just talk about stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just I remember one time we're talking about everything from UFOs and aliens to government conspiracies to freaking Icelandic water or whatever the hell it was. I mean, it just goes all over. And Chris is great because you know what? He's a very well-read and smart guy. And he's also
knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable. Plus, he has his opinions, but he doesn't mistaken. I like Chris because he doesn't mistake an opinion for intelligence. There's so many people out there who mistake an opinion for intelligence. Just because you're over opinionated, it doesn't mean that you're smart. And and it's like and I like that about him. It's tough to find anymore. I mean, because there's so many people out there that are like, well, here's what I think. This is my truth. And you're like, well, I would appreciate it more of talking more facts and you telling me your interpretation or your opinion of it, because I'll learn more, and, I'm always interested in how people think and what their opinions are. So, I was even going to say, oh, look at Pawpaw. Pawpaw made chicken stew today and used the sea salt. Great addition to flavor. Very good, Pawpaw.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
Jennifer made ribeyes last night.
Oh.
And used the Stogie Road cigar salt.
Seasoning. Yeah, I used the Stogie Road seasoning too on this amazing skirt steak. Did you see the steak I made the other day? It was at my friend's house. Mm-hmm. I have a little video on the wall of one of the.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I had it. So half of it was really rare and then gradually went to medium to well done. So everybody had any kind of thing they wanted. It could be rare, well done, medium, everything.
Right.
It was the whole thing. And I cooked it on the grill. And it made incredible salads, and I did all sorts of stuff. And I did some with microgreens. I love microgreens. They're just so delicious.
Microgreens.
Micro.
Yeah, I got.
Thank you, brother.
I'm putting on here. You can go to vsrcigarfam.com. You can check out not only our spices, but also we have some of those larger spices on there.
Yeah, please buy all my spices on Stogie Road.
I gotta tell
Cigars.
You,
and you know I promote your site every single show.
Oh yeah, no, I do. I appreciate that. I mean, you've been such a great supporter and advocate, man. And you know, your spices, I'm blown away by them. And for me, I told you before, Jennifer is a no nonsense person. She's from Jersey. If she thought the spice was for shit, she wouldn't go, yeah, I really like this spice. I mean, she'd be like, nah, this is terrible.
And I love that.
Terrible. And
that's great.
And when we first did your seasoned sea salt, your spicy sea salt, it was like it went on everything. It went on everything. And then the freaking the honey garlic, the sweet honey garlic, another good one. And then the adobo, another great one, especially with the chili. And then when when we talked to you and the Stogie Road seasoning was developed, it's like freaking, which one do we go with? It's like there is no bad choice. And she started using your hot sauce more often now. Cool. More. And that hot sauce with the CBD in it, I got to tell you, I told you before, that hot sauce has the perfect balance of heat and sweetness. Blows me away. And then we also have the Stogie Road barbecue sauce.
That's Stogie Road barbecue sauce. I love it, and also I use that all the time. Even just at breakfast, I'll use your Stogie Road barbecue sauce. I'll put it on my bacon.
I put on my eggs the other day, and I was like, there's nothing better than freaking squirting that. It's vinegar based, right?
Yes.
And
it's amazing on eggs. Oh,
and put it on eggs, and then when I was dipping my toast in the eggs because it was over easy, getting it with with the toast and everything, it's so God, it's so good. Nothing
so flavorful.
Oh my God, fantastic!
It really is. Oh, thank you very much, Des.
Des is very lucky because the UK is not known for the flavorful foods. No offense, Des. I'm sorry, I'm not. But the UK is not known for having very spicy, very flavorful food outside of curries. But I gotta tell you, man, salads last night, top sandwich, seasoned onions. Lars,
thank you.
Oh, Paw. And that's another one too. My dad would tell me if it sucked, he'd be like, I don't like this. This sucks.
And also, I love the Stogie Road salt because the Stogie Road salt is like it's got this really unique flavor, and for people who don't like heat and don't like a lot of heavy spice, it is absolutely perfect.
It is
so tasty. And sometimes you don't want to have a heavy spice on the food because you want to taste the flavor of the food too and just enhance it a little. And that is the perfect seasoning for it.
You know what's really cool? I'll take freaking a bag of mixed nuts like this. I'll open it up, shake it up. Wow. Well, and then Jennifer also gets I make my own. I'll try to make my own mix, my own nut mix, and I'll add, either the Stogie Road salt or the spicy salt you make.
And cut up some dried apricots and throw it in there because if you cut them, it sticks to the edges.
For the apricots, man.
Yeah, dried apricots. Alexander said, "Cut up your mom." Thank you, Cricket. You're awesome.
Tell Alexandra to eat her non-sushi.
Eat your non-sushi. Kerr said. Kerr said, "Eat your non-sushi."
The California roll.
Yeah, they're making fun of the California roll.
Oh yeah, well I'm basic.
You're far from basic, baby.
Yeah, rice and cucumbers.
Yeah.
But I definitely love trying on anything. I had somebody post the other night that they used the Stogie Road seasoned salt on popcorn.
Oh, it's incredible. Fuck yeah.
I mean,
you can't get better. And on nuts, that would be amazing.
Bro, it's awesome. Oh. On nuts. Des, just keep your bulldog out of the cabin if you're going to put any more seasoning on your nuts.
Oh my God.
You see, Dad, they're bad influences. I'm a nice guy. The law is a bad influence, Dad. My dad doesn't believe the law. He's like probably blaming me. That's right. Who? These nuts. That's who.
Yeah, these nuts.
That was a thing that back in college, we were like, "Hey, man, you know who's asking about you? Who? Yeah, my nuts. That's who was asking about you."
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh God, the freaking hilarious, man. Oh, excuse me. What are you smoking?
I'm smoking a little vintage stick of mine. I started out smoking another vintage one, but this one's like it's probably close to 40 years old. Probably about 35.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, Paul. This is not a family show. It's a dysfunctional family show.
True story.
So you know what I did tonight? I made a coffee table, right?
Oh, nice.
Several months ago, and I took the Stogie Road logo that you see here, right? But I also have it on the map. It's more like this, and I had it printed. I put it on wood. I put some glass over it, put some trim around it, and I made a coffee table. And I really liked it, but we got new furniture. We had my old coffee table, and it's square. And I'm like, I want to do something different with this top. So I took this top. I have to send you a picture, and I put it on top of a wrought iron sewing machine base. So it's this Stogie Road Cigars top. It's only about that thick, right? But it's 3 foot by 3 foot, and mounted on top of the old antique metal wrought iron sewing machine base.
Ooh,
and it actually
love
looks freaking fantastic, man. I'm really happy how it turned out. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was loving looking at the coffee table, but for some reason I was looking at this base that I had. I just had some, an old slab of wood on it. I'm like, I'm telling you, that will look perfect on there. And tonight, Joseph helped me. I took off the base of the coffee table that we made, and we mounted on top of that, and it looks freaking beautiful.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, I'm kind of biased, because I did make it, but my brother-in-law helped me out. But I think it looks great. Here, I'm going to send you some pictures right now. See if you can see
very
what it
cool.
looks like. The humidor that's on top of it is
Ooh, I love that.
the humidor that's on top of it, Lars.
Alessandra, you got to check this out.
The humidor on top of that, Lars, is the humidor that I bought from the same shop back in 1997 that I had your cigar at, the first one.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
So that humidor is from 1997. I bought it in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and that was the same shop that I had your cigar for the first time.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's really funny. I don't have very many humidors. I have maybe I kept a handful of them. I don't really even keep cigars in humidors because, I got a walk-in humidor or whatever.
Right.
But I have this one. I don't even have cigars in it, but I got a humidor that Arnold Schwarzenegger made for me. And he made this beautiful humidor. He made this painting too. I don't even know where that painting is, but it's someplace here. He had this custom made humidor that was really beautiful, but I never use it. But I just keep it because Arnold Schwarzenegger made it for me.
Yeah, it's a. I made you the humidor, Lars. You must keep it.
Exactly.
Don't care if you put the cigars in it. You must display it. Yeah, I don't have a humidor that Arnold Schwarzenegger made for me, but this was a humidor that I had, and I stored it. We were moving boxes out of here, and I forgot that I had it, and I pulled it out. I was like, holy shit, this is like the first humidor I ever bought. And I bought it from like I said, from that shop that I bought your cigar from. So I don't keep cigars in it. I just keep it out here on display. Like you, I don't have a big walk-in humidor like you, but I do have a cabinet humidor that I keep my cigars, and then I have another area where I do store my, the inventory. And I have a refrigerator humidor that Jennifer had given me that I have some cigars in there as well. But I just keep it because it has that kind of, that look from that late 90s humidor. You know what I mean? It definitely has a distinctive look to it. That
Absolutely.
you can definitely tell it's from that. It's like, when you find the end table humidors that have copper in them and stuff, it's from a certain era. Just when you look at when you look at the humidor, you're like, okay, I can't quite put my finger on it, but I know that is definitely a humidor that's not a recent humidor, and it was the first one I bought, and there's some sentimental value to it.
And my I have another humidor that's sitting right over here behind me a little bit ways, but it's like a stand-up humidor, but like just a small little humidor thing, but it's like built like a table. It's crazy. And my best friend's grandparents gave that to me as a gift. My best friend, like my best friend since I was 12 years old. His grandfather and grandmother gave it to me as a present. And they had it in their family since the 1800s.
Really? Does it have copper in it?
No.
Copper? No, really?
No, it's all wood.
Wow.
Strange looking humidor, man. That's pretty much one of the weirdest looking humidors I saw. But it opens from the front, so you can put stuff on top of it. It's crazy.
You have to send me a picture.
I will.
Because I used to have an end table. It was a stand up. Looked like a little end table, and the humidor opened from the front, and it had the copper plating inside. I don't know what the hell ever happened. I had that humidor for it was years ago. Cricket, I'm drinking Miller Lite. I don't have a big fancy glass. I don't do fancy glasses. I'm kind of just my solo cup. Yeah.
Getting down with the solo cup.
So I don't have a big fancy glass. I do have my fancy glasses for my scotch over here. I have my official scotch glass.
Ooh, Nice.
That's fancy pants, right?
That's fancy
That's
pants.
actually for Scotch only. I don't know why. But then my dear friend Anna Marie, God rest her soul, purchased a bunch of Brighton stuff for me, and she had given me these Brighton glasses has this nice little silver on the bottom. So those are my fancy glasses.
I like drinking spirits out of big tall water glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't drink a lot. I'll only have an ounce at a time or something if I'm drinking. I don't really drink, so
yeah, I know that. Yeah,
a few times in a whole year, maybe, and I'll have it if I'm drinking spirits, it'll be like an ounce, and I'll drink it over 5 hours. I just zip on it. And I like whiskey, I like bourbon, I like tequila, rum, really good stuff. If it's not really super good, I'm not even going to drink it. But I'll just drink like an ounce, and that's good enough for me.
Kevin, the problem with today's society is no one drinks from the skulls of their enemies anymore.
Yeah, that's really true too.
Oh God, I wouldn't want to drink from the skulls of my enemies. It wouldn't be the capacity would be too small. Small brains,
I like those the big corn soup that they used to make when they had battles in Mexico. They would cut up their enemies, and then they'd make this soup, and they would use these big corn things. You have to order them from Mexico. You can't. There's no place really that sells them here in the United States. And I'll get that and make up the soup, and I just use pork instead of enemies.
Well, that's nice. I'm glad to hear that you've substituted pork instead of flesh from your enemies.
Right.
Kevin, if that is something that you feel is a problem, then maybe you can always change. You start a new trend. Kind of do a throwback. Kevin's going to do a throwback on the next I'd Tap That show, the next Cigar Prop show, and he's going to drink a Room 101 Matt Booth gin from the skull from one of his enemies.
All right, I like that. That's an excellent idea. I'm tuning in for that show.
Oh man. Yes, Frank, this is like drinking water, but you know what? I do like a good I guess they're called craft beer right now. Back in the day we called them microbrews. And I used to drink a lot of microbrew. I love beer. I do. I just love the taste of it. And I like Miller Lite because I think it's got a good flavor to it. But it doesn't really kind of give me I'm getting old now, so if I drink too many of the microbrews or craft brews and something that's hoppy with high alcohol volume, it's kind of mess with the stomach, and it kind of gives me a little bit more of a headache, where this does not. So every once in a while I'll partake in some Miller Lights. But I will have a beer. Like Daryl and I meet on Sunday at Boda's. We'll have a beer. I'll have a beer. And if I have one or two, it's good. But I just can't. I can't sit down and just drink several hoppy microbrews. I'll feel like shit for the next day.
You know what's what having sex in a canoe and Miller Lite have in common?
They're both fucking close to water. That was an old Saturday Night Live skit when they were doing Australian. It was a commercial for Foster's beer. We find your American beer like making love in a canoe. What? Fucking close to water.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh yeah. No, I gotta tell you, um, I just I do love and actually one of the places I want to stop at with Daryl tomorrow is a good friend of ours, Caitlin, is a tobacconist.
Jenner?
And no, no. Caitlin is just a fantastic. She's incredible tobacconist, and
Awesome.
she is also very much. I think an expert in restoring pipes as well. And she built.
Yeah, I don't think that Jenner's going to have any luck at that.
No, but she's she built a humidor in Wine Express in Simpsonville here, and has done a fantastic job. So, what's really cool is Wine Express has this, the store on the left side. You go over, you get all your liquor. Didn't know her, but I'll buy some liquor.
Hardly knew her.
Hardly knew her, but liquor. And on the right side is beer and wine, and they have the humidor. And then they have all these different beers on tap. And you can actually get a cigar, you can buy some beer, and you sit outside on the picnic tables and smoke a cigar and drink some beer. And I mean, she's a fantastic person. But I think I want to stop by there because they do have some great beers on tap.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen her and visited the shop, but just very knowledgeable, an incredible person, and I've had her on the show before, and she came here. Her and her wife came here, and we did the show live from the studio, and she's like, I brought this rye that was made for, that was, distilled and everything, and it's a Wine Express exclusive. I was like, okay, cool. Like, okay, we do an hour show. It's like 3 hours later. 3 hours later, the rye's gone, the cigars are gone. I mean, it was a great time. And
That's awesome.
I woke up the next morning, I felt like a truck hit me. I was like, wow, that was. And the guy who popped on earlier, who was asking about you're selling your cigars, Brian. He's asked about selling cigars online. He told me, he goes, Kerry, you got to try rye with smoking cigars. I'm like, I'm not a rye guy. I mean, I love Scotch, and I'll have some whiskeys. So I bought Michener's rye. I got to tell you something. He's 1,000% right. What a great pairing with a cigar. So if you're not into ryes, try a very good high-end rye. I picked Michener's, and it really paired well with the cigar. It really did. I think that's what the next thing. I like to get a Stogie Road Cigars whiskey.
Ooh,
or a bourbon.
That's nice. That sounds nice.
Yeah. Something that'll be really good to pair with the cigars. So what else is on the agenda tonight, Lars?
I'm going to do, after this show, I'm going to be doing a rehearsal with Alessandra. Do a little.
What are you rehearsing
music.
for Dan's?
Her music set. We rehearse every day her music set. So
are you guys going to do a song together for the ending song?
Absolutely. Let me see if she's around here. Alessandra?
I don't want to hold you guys up too long. You guys are going to be rehearsing.
Yeah. She must have gone outside. It's beautiful out right now. So
is it?
Yeah. So
no, today's freaking hot as balls here. It was hot and sticky. I mean,
it was nice and cool here. I mean, it was
really?
Not cool, but I think in the 70s, so that was cooler than the 90s.
That's a nice break. Yeah, today was freaking hot and humid. I mean, our lawnmower broke, so Joe and I today went out shopping for a lawnmower. So we brought it in the house, and I started putting it together, and it was like we're both drenched in sweat. I mean, just putting the lawnmower together.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Brutal. Brutal.
Yeah, I I don't know. I've never mowed a lawn in my life, I think.
What?
No.
Really?
Yeah, never.
Oh man, you got to mow a lawn. Put that on your bucket list.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm good, dude.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
did. I did that for a summer. I did lawn service and for a summer. That is
when I was
freaking
when
ball
when I was
busting
a
work, man.
when I was a really young kid, we were building an airport on our property, and I had to take like big field stones off of the runway, and I would just take the field stones and then build like a outdoor kitchen with them. I built little little dwellings on our property with field stones. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome. That's if you there's a book called A Party No More. It was written by Zell Miller. He was a politician who was and he had written about Democrats, Republicans, and he was a Democrat, and he was in Georgia, and he tells the story of them having property in Georgia, and his mother was raising, his father was gone, and his mother built their house with field stones and stones from the from their property, and built their home and carried these field stones,
I
and
love
then
that.
she actually rose to be and ran for mayor and won mayor of their small town for being a female
Wow.
back in the. It's a really interesting book, especially the first part with talking about him growing up in Georgia, being poor, and how his mother just really, built this house with field stones and stones from the pond and from the creek bed, and then she got actively involved in politics and was a mayor. And that's what really was his role model growing up.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
That really is. That's pretty awesome, man. I think that fieldstone houses are just beautiful. I love them. And I love building kitchens. I mean, I actually, that's like something fun for me, building kitchen, summer kitchens out of fieldstones,
Yeah.
fireplaces, and all that kind of stuff. It's great. And little like bread warming ovens and bread making ovens and like pizza ovens, all out of fieldstone. It's great.
We had there's a doctor that I called on back in Harrisburg that lived up in the mountains, and his house was a house that was made from the rocks and the fieldstones from the property, and the person he bought it from actually built it, and their shower area used the natural spring for the shower for their
Oh,
water.
that's awesome.
Oh, and he used to tell us too. He said his sons, because they had this house was built and they had 20-foot high ceilings, but everything was stone. And he said his sons would rock climb in the living room up the walls.
I love that. I love that. That's great.
Oh yeah, he was a great guy. He was just such a great person. So, are you able to play guitar?
Yeah, I'm actually able to play. So here, let me grab my guitar. And let me take the headphones out because let's get better sound with that. Hang on one sec.
Can't hear you. Nope, can't hear you. Can you hear me? First we're gonna dip, then we're gonna. Yeah, I can sing for you. We are waiting for Lars, the world champion of art, to get his microphone set up for his song we end the show with. Until that moment, can't hear you. We are going to wait. He's getting set up. We still cannot hear him. Yeah, Frank. I wrote a song. I wrote a song about it. When a hit, here goes. Well, Lars can't get his microphone working. We'll be back with Lars very soon. That was a great show in living color. So, while I wait for Lars, I did post on the page that you can get yourself some Stogie Road spices as well as Lars spices on the VSRCigarFam.com page. We also have some cigars for sale, and we are selling the brand 1776, and a fantastic brand. They're available too. So there's the link below if you want to just hop on and take a look around. We also have the different cigar shops that have carried the Stogie Road cigars. And when we get our new Nicaraguan blends, we're going to have them available, and we'll contact these cigar lounges and hopefully get them filled up fast. So we got Lars. We can hear Lars.
Yeah, can you hear fine? Can you hear the guitar?
Yes.
Okay, good. I don't know why I like playing a classical guitar, but there is I need more stickers from you with the Stogie Road.
I got to send you my stickers, bro. Yeah.
I need you to send me some. I got to put it on this thing.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, little Trap House, little Pineapple Express there.
Yeah.
Some of my cigar stuff.
Hold it up a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Okay. I thought I was looking at the I thought it was a 12 string at first, but okay. Yeah, I'll have to get you some stickers, bro.
Absolutely. Well, bless my lyrical gay, looking like the ship from the unforgiving. I blast you in the ace, yeah. Like a proctologist, the rhythmologist, lived the knowledge. I never went to college, like a slam dunk punk, fake the funk. Or then you get jumped, glocking. With my crew, we be glocking you, yeah. When I come around, humble, watch your nugget. When I come around, humble, watch your nugget. You take the lyrical fake in it to win it, but you made a mistake. Yeah, run that hype shit with me. You're gonna be played like misery. I got a 1-2 bar steel, knock the shit out of your sex appeal. When I come around, homeboy, watch your nugget. 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 Yeah, now flaunt your girl in my face. I'll treat her, you'll end up second place. Yeah, ask the girlies around the way. Who's the best on any given day? Yeah, I'm the man, yeah, they ain't frontin'. When it comes to me, they feel like they're blunting. When I come around, homeboy,
Watch your nugget. When I come around, humble, 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 watch your nugget. Little ditty.
Nice. Lars, I must say you are the only artist I've ever heard marble in the word proctologist into the lyrics.
I know. Funny, right?
What rhymes with proctologist?
Rhythmologist.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. Oh my God, that's
Thank
great.
you, man.
Oh, bro, man, listen.
It was an honor to be on the show.
Dude, it's always
Thank
a blast,
you, Cricket.
man. You don't ever. It's our show, man, and I always appreciate. Always have fun on the show. So, man,
I love you, brother.
Great. Love you too, bro.
It's just awesome.
Want to thank everybody for hopping on tonight and joining us. Again, check out some of the Lars products on sugarlux.com. It's in the comments. Check out vsrcigarfan.com. That's vsrcigarfam.com. And you can find spices, you can find hot sauces, you can find cigars, a little bit of everything there. We always want to thank Daryl Iverson, Lit Premium Cigar Experiences. Thank you for all the love and support, my man. We want to thank Bones. What's up, bro? Good night, Paul. Love you. We want to thank Kevin Shahan and Jesse from Cigar Prop. Always want to thank our man Dez from the Cigar Cabin. I want to thank my man Joe Genovese of YA Bear Clothing. Joe's been a loving supporter of our show since day one from 5 years ago. And then always make sure you tune in to listen to the Broadleaf Bullies. Me, Jennifer, Jennifer, Kevin, and Jess. And Lars did our theme song.
And I love doing it for you guys.
Oh, it was great, man. I loved it. Broadleaf Bullies. Talking shit. So from Lars, the world champion of art and care from Viajante Stogie Road Cigars, and in our awesome show here at Stogie Road Diaries. I want to thank you all. Have a wonderful and be safe this weekend. Don't be dumb. Have fun, but be safe. And we'll check you out next week.